Consistency through the whole weeks, because as it starts to end, like go towards the end, the volume is going to be high. Everyone's going to be pushing. The only way that you can get jobs in is to keep the techs busy all day. We talked a little bit about this before, but the biggest thing is going to be schedule outs. If you're scheduling out your jobs into prime time, that's ruining us for the next day. We have to make sure that schedule outs are going in at 12 to 3 o'clock. So the techs can already be out the area, they have a job underneath their belts. Because if we're stacking all of those schedule outs at 5 o'clock, then our techs aren't being able to work. And then when we have a big day Saturday, well, they're already booked out because everything got scheduled out and it pushes their schedules back. So I don't like give them an option, like if they're scheduling out, like perfect, the tech can be available between 11 and 3. So 11 works good for you guys. I don't ask them. I just say, hey, this is when they're going to be there. And then in their mind, I don't say, oh, is that a good time? Oh, I have an appointment, this, that, and the other. It's like, hey, this is when it's going in. And a lot of times they'll say, oh, well, I'll move this around, yada, yada, yada. It's like, hey, the catch of the program is flexibility to technicians, right? We tell them that up front. If they want to see 0, they need to do stuff for us. Yeah. And it is psychologically, you feel like you're going to lose the sale sometimes when you're asking something, well, like if this is convenient, but it's just qualifying yourself more because it's making them earn it, right? It gets rid of that too good to be true attitude a lot of the times by when you do them stuff. Obviously, you don't lose a deal. Like if sometimes people are working, they don't get home until 6 o'clock, whatever. Like we have to get jobs in. Like let's get jobs in. Like I had a couple people that did a regular deal and didn't get it installed because they thought they were screwing the. I think Kyle did it for us. Like they were finance. We were down on Arkansas already, like 5 sales by then, so we were. It was like 2 o'clock. We were scheduling out. But
replay the my saying you're hurting the team.
Well, that was like if we had a bunch of early crowds, but you're hurting the team was like we had 2 o'clock, boys. We were done at that point. But
it's supposed to be motivational.
No, just motivation. I put it here. So great news. Smart Home Pay left subprime accounts on all week last week, and we only did 22% subprime, so they're going to leave it all this week as well. So
let's go.
More finance deals towards the end of the week. They're not going to shut off the subprime accounts.
Let's go.
So make sure that you're running Smart Home Pay. What'd you say?
I was going to say, I guess the people who were qualifying just really sucked.
Yeah.
If they left it on,
Sure,
they still
Yeah. They legitimately still
Running back for Chiefs still fails.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
50 bands a month.
Holy cow.
that dude got 10 Hellcats finally.
You got 300 credits.
Everybody got a Hellcat in his hood.
Yeah, I got about 500 credit.
Go. Alright. So Maddie, she sent you down. She's down to help us get some bad accounts fixed up.
Oh, she was
I need that.
Maddie,
You go get a
I'll
buddy.
hire you. Alright,
So
not mine? Not mine. Oh shit, we're fucked.
I told Maddie I'd pay her $50 per account that she fixed.
Wow.
Wow.
Right? So if you can do it yourself, or if you're lazy like me and you don't feel like doing it, text Maddie your Copilot login.
$100 coming your way.
Email and password, and then that way when you're out working, she can be blowing up your customers and calling and getting fixed. So
That's money.
I'll pay $50 for $500.
That is so money.
So
Maddie.
alright.
Maddie.
Write her back on the board.
Put that number off.
Maddie, I have a lot of accounts. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
You better make it bad.
I need that.
I need my accounts fixed.
Manny don't even need that.
I will make sure that Maddie gets paid. I'll take it off your guys' back ends if you don't pay her. So.
Alright, Maddie, you get half.
Times 2 off the back end. Times 2 off the back end.
Alright, what's your
I thought you said you would pay. Yeah.
It's your money, no?
He said I offered her 50 flat.
Make a deal, but that's fair if you ask me.
Maddie, that's part.
Maddie Dash Clark?
Maddie, that's part.
Thanks, bro.
Just put it up in the.
And then text her your email and your password if you wanted to fix her.
I have a best.
I messed up.
It's a shit show.
Maddie's gonna be calling our customers. She's gonna be like, "Who did they sign up?"
Yeah, that's just right.
Hey, this is Maddie with the financial assistance team. You work with Grady. That's all I can say. Just blows.
Alright.
Like that.
Yeah, so today I just want to talk a little bit about a little motivation training. So I was doing some research on ultra marathon runners. Ultra marathon runners. What's an ultra marathon, Grady? You know? Long. People run over 100-mile races.
Wow.
Right? So you have to have a lot of strong mental fortitude to be able to do that, right? And there's a lot of stories of people. Zach's locked in for this one. They get to mile 38 out of 100, and they're like, I have nothing left. There's no way that I can finish this, right? Because they're thinking I have 62 miles left to go. And something that people will do is they'll just say, right, left, right, left, right, left. And that's all they do, and they end up finishing the next 62 miles. At mile 38, it's 62 miles left to go. In their mind, they're like, there's no way, I'm gonna quit, I can't do it. Go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And you start getting into a groove, and all of a sudden, they finish the race, right? So this can seem daunting, right? When we look at our goals, I have to sell 40 this month. I have to hit my August incentive, right? When you look at that, like zoomed out, that seems like that's gonna be daunting. Oh, I have to go sell 20 people. I have to get inside 20 houses, get 20 billion. Like, oh crap, like I gotta do 20 smart home pays. That can seem daunting, but just make it simple for yourself. Just like one more door, one more door, one more door. And I have like little goals that I'll put in my head and little phrases. There's a reason why we freaking blew this into size 3,000 font and put it on the office so that we see it every single day, right? If we can simplify it in our minds like that, it doesn't seem so daunting. Hey, they want it, they need it, they can afford it. Just like quick mental, what do you call them? Almost like little
Mental block.
Mantras.
yeah, like the cookie jar. Like you can get little like power pellets.
Hydration stations.
Hydration stations. There you go. And something that I like to do is just set small goals for myself during the doors that doesn't seem that hard. If my goal, so one of the ones I'll do is I'm just gonna try and make this person smile. That's my goal. I'm gonna knock on that door and see if I can make him smile. What's harder? What's harder for me to do? Hey, I'm gonna see if I can sell this person and get him in a 5-year loan, or I'm gonna see if I can make him smile. What's like less daunting to do, right? And if I go up and make him smile, what am I more likely to do?
Sell.
Way higher chance to sell them, right? But that's a lot easier for me if like, hey, you know what? I'm having a rough day, maybe I got a couple bad interactions, I'm just gonna go try and make this person smile.
Yeah.
Bang, make them smile, have an easy conversation, now I understand my job way easier. A couple other ones I'll do, I can airdrop this to the board right here. During the beginning of the day, this is what I did on Saturday. Is, hey, my only goal is just to get inside the house. I just have to get inside the house. That's it. Not thinking about the whole process, this, that, the other, because we're all trained, right? All this stuff is burned into our head. Don't be overwhelmed about like the whole process, because it's gonna come back to you because you've been there before, right? You have like that muscle memory now burned into yourself. But if I can focus on one small goal that I can attain, hey, my goal is to get inside the house, then it's going to make it a lot easier. I know once I get inside the house, my chances of selling are going to be a lot higher. Let's do this. Make a perfect pitch. So like, hey, I'm just going to try and see if I can make this pitch make sense to somebody. We had those pitches on the doors where you're like, holy crap, like, that was a fire pitch, right? And it just feels so good. I'll just try that. I'm just going to see if I can make the perfect pitch. Let me see if I can make this make sense. And that's my goal off that interaction. My goal is not to sell them. My goal is not to sell, get out to my area, oh crap, I got to sell 3 today. It's daunting. You start to get nervous. Set small goals for yourself throughout the day. And just next door, next door, next door. Another goal we can do is get to the can we pay questions. Some of us haven't done that before, and that's new. That's an exciting goal. That stimulates us. Maybe we haven't tried that technique yet. So hey, my goal on this door is to try and do the can we pay questions. Because I haven't done it before, it's going to give us a feeling of energy and excitement to try and get something to do. Another thing, when you guys are on the door, remember the difficult things that you've done. I read that David Goggins book and he talks about this. Like, the cookie jar. So it's basically like a metaphorical jar that you open and you pull something out and you can read a truth about yourself. All of us have done things that are hard in this room. And we have to remember about that when we're out on the doors, right? So hey, that deal that you sold, that was a really, really hard customer, right? Remember those times. Go back through your customer list. Maybe you were the star running back when you were in high school. We joke about that, but like, you gotta be a dog. If you're gonna play running back and linebacker, like on a high school team and get into JC, like he was in the weight room every single day, he was tough, he was getting hit, like that's how I know Sebastian is the way he is and he's such a hard worker, because he's done that before. But on the doors, sometimes we forget that about ourselves. We forget that we have that in us. So remind yourself those things. I've done a bodybuilding show. Yeah, same thing with Keith, like your football days or whatever it is that you guys have done. Even in the past, if it's different customers that you sold, think about that day that you're selling 2, 3. Think about that day that you sold 5 and you beat Brady Dayton. Kyle's pitch is going to be way better if his mindset is, I'm the guy that just beat fucking Brady Dayton. I'll be the #1 rep in the company. My energy is going to be way better when I went to talk to that person. But if in my head, oh, I don't know if I can do this anymore, I'm inconsistent, you're telling yourself those things, which do you think you have a better chance of selling somebody? Screenshot that bracket of you beating him and set it as your background, right? Remember those things. Write down the things that you've done that you're proud of and remind yourself of that every single day. And that's going to be positive reinforcement, because if you can be the guy that sells, 200 accounts, or whatever it is, you can be the guy that's the star running back at the high school, you can damn sure go talk to that person that's mowing his lawn. That seems way less daunting if you can remember the tough things that you've done in the past. It's almost like if you guys have done cliff jumping. Anyone ever jumped off a cliff before? The first one that you jumped off, it was 10 feet. You were scared to death, right? Like you were shaking. But then you did it anyway, and then you went up and you jumped off a 30-foot cliff, and that was scary. After you jumped off the 30-foot cliff and you go back to the 10-foot cliff, is it scary anymore? No, because your reference point is so much different, right? So remember those tough things that you've done, and it's going to make this seem a lot easier, a lot less daunting, yeah? I wrote down Sebastian's thing too. I love that. Easy, hard, hard, easy. That's a good thing that we can remember about ourselves when we're going. And then think about what sucks worse. Because a lot of us are going to go into the off season here, and if we don't have any money, life's going to suck, right? That pretty girl that you like, you're not going to be able to take her on a date because you don't have money, right? Yeah. I wrote this before that. When you want to go travel with your friends, and all your friends are like, hey, let's go to Thailand. I want to go to Thailand. Yo, we should all go. Do you want to be that dude that says, oh, bro, I don't have any money. That sucks. I'd rather go knock that door than be that loser that can't go on the trip because I don't got any money. And being a complainer my whole life, right? What do you want more? You want to knock on that door? Or you want to go to Thailand? What do you want? Tell me! So remember that as a reference point, okay? Invest in. I thought about Cam when I was talking about this too, right? He's talking about wanting to invest, right? Get what do you call your business? Charter business? Yeah. You want to buy a boat, right? What's worse, not being able to go in with your buddy on a company M19 or having to go knock that door? It's a lot, that feeling 2 months from now is going to be a lot worse than that feeling that you're going to encounter today. I promise you. But it has to be that reference point, okay? And the biggest thing, I would say, hey, some of you guys, your parents, hey, I want to help pay for my mom's bill. What do you think is going to feel worse? Getting that door slammed in your face or telling your mom you can't help her? What's worse? So you got to answer that for yourself, okay? Alright, and then probably the most powerful one I'd say is teamwork. If you're invested into something as a team, you're going to be able to do things that you couldn't do by yourself. Where's Matt? Matt's in here.
Nugget.
Me and Matt, I was trying to cheat for him. He was going against Jansen. We're knocking on doors in the hood, bro. The absolute hood past 11. 11:30. Like knocking on. There's no way I would do that for my I ain't gonna go do that for myself, right? But like, if it's for the greater good, if it's for the team, we can draw so much inspiration from that, right? Like, hey, we might get shot right now, but I want to do it because we're all in on the same common goal. Fresno State, in 2008, they won the national championship for baseball. Not one person on the team went to the MLB. They're statistically the highest underdog to ever win a championship. The lowest seeded team to ever make an NCAA finals. They were NCAA baseball champions in 2008, right? They didn't have any of the talent. None of the guys were good enough to go and play pro, but they were bought in as a team towards a common goal. So that's what I love about the competition, right? I don't have that much juice left, right? We don't have that much juice left. It's August, right? But I have juice for Lamont. I have juice for Keith. I have juice for Cooper, right? So make sure. So make sure that you're getting that energy for each other, right? And tap into that. I hate when people are like, oh, this competition's so stupid, this, that, and the other. Luckily, we haven't had that this year. I think we're all like bought in as a team quite a bit, and I really love that, and I appreciate that about all you guys. But yeah, in the past we've had like, oh, this competition's stupid. Why do we have to go? Why do we have to go knock early? Why do we have to do this? You're killing the camaraderie of the team, and you're taking away our biggest superpower, which is that we're doing this for each other. Okay. And then I just want to talk about a couple practical applications for this. Because it's great, oh, we're all motivated now. Good job, Mike. But we got to go out there and actually do the job. Yeah? So practical application is start going for the closes. Start putting yourself in the fire. Too many of us are information givers. Like, hey, hey, here's the price. What's the email for you? Like, just start assuming and start sending them. Because a lot of us are scared to do that because we know what's on the other side of that. Rejection, probably, right? It might get awkward. They might say, well, what do you mean we're doing this right now? And we're scared of taking that leap of faith. But the more times that you do it, the more times you put yourself in the fire, you're going to be more comfortable there. If you want to get better at something, you got to keep putting yourself in that situation more and more and more and more. So flip your mind, hey, here it goes. All right, who do we call? What's your phone number? And just do it anyway, right? Hey, you're spinning in circles. You're spinning in circles. Just repitch. Hey, when the alarm goes off, who do we call? Are you 913? 816? Yep. Boom. And then just start getting into your process. And you might lose a sale there, but you're not going to get the sale if you don't ask for the sale, right? So progress your sales. What I'm going to do too, always redirect their attention until you can do the walkthrough. So yeah, there's good close. Like I told this guy on Saturday, he's like, oh, I'm not doing anything today. I was like, yeah, totally fine, yada yada. And then redirect their attention. Hey, no, that's cool. My job's to show you, see if it makes sense for you. Once I get in the house, well, I'm definitely not doing anything today. And then I just used feel, felt, found. So make sure that you're deflecting early so that you're not putting buying resistance up. If you put a buying wall up and you're not in the house, you're not going to get the sale, right? So we need to be deflecting and diffusing the situations. Just redirect their attention. Hey, that's totally fine. I'll show you this how this works. All good. You're the king of the castle. I'll just give you all the information. You mind if I show you? So I'm deflecting on the doors. Once I get inside the house, I'm going to try and close them as hard as I can. And yeah, a lot of us aren't comfortable with the closing process because we haven't been there enough. So we need to get there more. Get in those negotiations with people and make sure that you're holding your arrows. So some people that are really good at this, I know Kyle's gotten better at this year, is just hold one camera, right? Hold your 6 activation. Always start with the 6 activation. Now I have a back pocket. Because what you can do is, how much is the camera? How many points? 6 points. So if I want to do a free camera, bang, wave activation. So now I have some quivers there. And always make it painful though. If you're going to give somebody, like do the Jackson close. Oh, not supposed to do this. Are you gonna keep it secrets?
Yeah.
I'm also gonna fire you for this one.
Okay, tell you what, we get this done today, I'm just gonna give you another camera for free. I'm gonna pull it out of the inventory. Better to ask for forgiveness and permission. My boss is gonna get mad at me, but let's just get this done. Boom. Like make it painful for that person, and then they felt like they just won the negotiation.
Oh my God, it's
More
like
likely
fire.
All right. But yeah, a lot of us freeze up when we get to this point in the process. It means you haven't been there enough, right? So we gotta just push to get into the just push to get into the fire because that's what's gonna make us better. And yeah, another good way to use this is feel, felt, found. So that is a way for a customer to feel heard. So any objection that you give me when I'm going to close, like give me an objection, Grady.
Yeah, man, I just don't want to add another monthly bill.
Yeah, hey, I completely understand how you feel. I'm the same way. I know everything's going up right now. However, a lot of the neighbors felt the same way. about adding another bill. What they found was this is actually the most important bill to them because it's about protection for their home and their family, and they didn't regret spending money on something that's important to them, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, at the end of the day, I know you told me earlier that security is like a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 on the importance. Okay, so you can use tie downs from your questions that you used before. That is a 10, and we're just gonna get this done. It's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. I know it sucks to add a bill. It's like when you're pulling a teeth as a kid. Your dad just ripped it out and felt better after. It's going to be the same way. You just give us a shot. And the nice thing is you'll actually save some money with your homeowner's insurance. So that way you're going to offset the cost a little bit too, so it's not as bad. I'll just do the email for you. What was the best email for you, Grady?
Yeah, great.
Close. Right after that, just go back into your close and assume the sale. Go back through. Hey, they might give you another objection, but always be pushing the process forward. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes or no? No information today. You can get a yes or you can get a no. Literally, yeah. Same thing happened on Saturday. We're not doing anything today. Like that's the program. You can call the sales guy later. I can send a guy every week and you can push out the call list. They're going to try and get you to buy it. I just need your help with advertising, but I need you to do these 3 things. If we can't do it, no deal. If you want to get it, you want the best deal on the block, we'll do it right now. I'm not doing it. Okay, see it. Yes or no? You can't be scared to lose the deal. Trump are the deal. First thing you got to be prepared to walk away. So I'm doing everything you can to get it in today. If not, go find somebody else. Don't hold on to it. Don't be desperate. That scarcity mindset isn't good in sales, right? So do everything you can and make sure that you're holding your arrows